Warning, I'm not a professional gamer and I don't claim to be a pro, but I am a serious gamer who knows how to have fun, and I enjoy playing and learning as much as anyone else. Improving your gameplay to the best ability possible is a fun and rewarding approach. If you are a badass gamer who likes to get better and better with winning mindset, then click the like and or subscribe button below. Enjoy. Sniping on Battlefield 4 can often be a challenge to newcomers to the series, especially if they're used to sniping in the Call of Duty series. It took me a while to realize that the two games are nothing alike. When I first started to learn how to snipe in Battlefield 4, I found myself frustrated because I'd get more deaths than kills, I'd get enemies who'd sneak behind me and take my dog tag, and it seemed like I'd missed every single shot imaginable. Sniping on Battlefield 4 appeared to be a lost cause to me, and I have to say that I was quite a bit discouraged by how sniping on Battlefield 4 was set up. Fortunately, I hung in there in the recon class only to find sniping on Battlefield 4 to become one of the most satisfying and rewarding classes available. Not only do you get to stay off the front line and stick behind cover, but you can also quickly scan areas and scout enemies to rack up quick points and get really satisfying kills that you just wish your friends had seen. As I continued to snipe in Battlefield 4 online multiplayer, I was able to manage to pick up some insights and tips and dramatically improve my gameplay that my friends and other crew members were also getting improved results with as well, as we cross-shared them with each other that we will get into in a moment. I think that for many players that are new to the series of Battlefield 4 will find how sniping works in this game pleasantly refreshing, because unlike other shooters, the realism this game contains and the teamwork it requires encourages players to test out the sniping class and have fun with it, because the game is so well balanced. Unlike other first-person shooter games, sniping often doesn't lead to one-shot kills or an unfair advantage, making sniping in Battlefield 4 still fun and rewarding. Thumbs up for this video if you agree. Now, the first tip out of these sniping tips is to use the test range. I can't believe how incredibly useful this test range for me was, as I'm sure it will be for you too, as it was my friends as well. It is moving targets in different ranges and allows you to get a feel for your weapon, the way the bullet travels, and most importantly, how to shoot straight without stressing yourself out, getting murdered over and over again trying to figure out how to actually snipe in Battlefield 4 multiplayer. The second recon class tip is to stay back. Remember, you have single shots that shoot in slow progression, and if you're up too close, then you'll be putting additional stress on your reaction times when it isn't necessary. Also, the enemies will be more than likely focused on the front line, which virtually makes your teammates the ideal distraction to the opposite front line where you can pick them off one by one. The third tip is to switch weapons when getting into close range of enemy players, and do your best to back up off the front line with your pistol drawn. Remember, if you want to be a good sniper in Battlefield 4, then you just have to accept the fact that quick scoping is not an ideal option, and death is almost certain when one of the key points in this game is to stay alive. The fourth tip is to use the straight pull attachment. This allows you to hard scope, and believe me, contrary to what some gamers may think, hard scoping in this game can rack you up kill after kill after kill with little chance of ever getting hurt, while the cocky quick scoper meets their demise. To unlock this attachment, simply stick with learning and getting more kills with the same recon sniping class of gun. So far, my favorite sniper class of gun in Battlefield 4 is M4OA5. The fifth tip is to move often, especially in open areas, and watch the sky all the way around you. If you snipe one or two people, move to a new location as soon as you are spotted, because it appears that the spawning system will parachute enemies in on your flanks, or enemies are literally outright flanking you because you've been spotted, and you'll either get your dog tags yanked from your possession or get surrounded and killed, which totally sucks. Tip number 6 is to run backwards when facing your enemy if you're outnumbered, and do your best to run around to flank them or get away from danger, because being a hero rarely works in this game, as this game relies on team effort. When you choose to run to a new location, always keep your enemy guessing and choose to run from cover to cover so that you increase the chances of an enemy losing sight of you and guessing where you went. Hopefully, they'll switch their focus, making them an easier target to hit. The seventh and final sniping tip is to choose your look speed wisely. In every game I play, I move my look speed up as high as it can go. While it may take some time for me to adjust to the speed, I've found in many situations that if you have a high look speed than your enemy, and if it's higher, you are far more likely to get lucky with your shots. The downside is that it can get very frustrating during the adjustment period, and I'm still adjusting to it in my current gameplay as I make this video. Now, because we all make mistakes, here are some general mistakes you can avoid that'll hopefully improve your gameplay. Mistake number 1 is not staying within the range of your weapon. As a general rule of thumb, try not to travel beyond 100 yards of your objectives or target areas. Eventually, with time and progress, you'll be able to unlock sniper rifles that are meant for shooting from a farther distance. Mistake number 2 is skipping target practice at the shooting range. Since each weapon fires and functions differently, it makes sense to get a feel for the weapon by going to the shooting range and putting in some practice for a round or two. But be careful. I believe that if you die in the test range, it counts against your stats. If you run out of bullets, either pick up a sniper rifle and shoot with it, or exit back to the main menu and start again. Last but not least, the third and final mistake would be not to watch this video 3, 5, or maybe 10 or more times. You'll be shocked by how much you might have missed even after 7 or so times of watching it. And by watching it several times, you reinforce successful behaviors that can help you dramatically increase your reaction times and motor skills. All you have to do is favorite this video and then come back to it as needed. So that's it for this video. Obviously, the first thing you should do after you like or subscribe to my channel and leave a comment, question, or suggestion is to get out there and start practicing in the test range, get a feel for your weapon, and then go out there and dominate in actual multiplayer sessions. This is Mr. Invisible on the PlayStation Network. Thanks for watching this sniping tutorial video from the last of the PS3 series, and begin to look forward to the PS4 Battlefield for action gameplay tips and tutorials and 1080p HD from this point forward. Peace.